Hey there. I wanted to talk a little bit about the different documents that are required oftentimes when we're doing these adoptions. Um, First and foremost, if we are going to do an adoption and you're married, then we do need to see a copy of your marriage license. That's not something that we all have sitting around, so you want to take some time to go find that. We also need the birth certificate for each child to be adopted. Um, there are some other forms that are needed on a step parent adoption. The parent, the, the wife of the petitioner or the spouse of the petitioner will need to sign a form saying they consent to the adoption, obviously. And if if the other parent is divorced from the other biological parent, then we need to have a copy of that divorce decree. There are some medical background forms. If you're adopting a child out of DFACS will oftentimes have already prepared these forms. But if not, um, oftentimes I will ask you to fill out these forms as much as you are able. It's kind of a pretty involved form, but there's going to be a lot of blanks because we don't know, no one knows all the information that's contained in these forms. So it's not as daunting as it seems when you first see the form. There are also forms that are going to be required with regard to or what I call the biological parents of the children. So if they have surrendered their parental rights already, or if their rights have been terminated, then we need to see those documents. Oftentimes, I will prepare surrender documents for the biological parents to surrender their parental rights as a part of the adoption. And what happens there is they fill out the form, or I prepare the forms, they sign them, and then they have a certain period of time under the new adoption code. It's 4 days to change their mind. Once that 4 days has lapsed, then we can go ahead and file the adoption petition, but we have to wait those 4 days. And finally, the new adoption code also requires us to get criminal background checks on all adopting parents. So that is another form that if you're not going through DFACS and you really need to come to me to get, and we'll go through the process of getting those criminal background forms completed. And we'll do that as a part of the process leading up to filing the adoption petition. So some of these forms you'll be able to find on my website. Some of them I will have to prepare after you hire me and we get started down that road. But if you click around, you'll be able to see some of those forms. Thanks.